Today is February the 15th, 2022. My name is Cole. I labored as an attorney here in the state of Utah for just about 10 years. Primarily, I practiced criminal defense, constitutional law, and I am very proud of our dedication and loyalty to many of our clients that were in the prison system. You cannot please everybody. Law was never satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. But I can say that Brittany and I had real courage, especially Brittany. She recently gave her life in the cause of our effort. She was murdered just outside New York State in New Jersey, River's Edge, on or about August 13th of this year. To date, I have not yet had a formal celebration of her life because her body has not been laid to rest, justice has not been done, and I have full confidence in our legal system and that the right thing will be done. And I say that with no small time period of contemplation for me to come to that truth. As you can see behind me is my desk. Brittany was one of the best paralegals in the state. She was very misunderstood, and for this Valentine's Day I wanted to honor her. I'm going to make a video every day. Some of my supporters, some of my protectors, some of those that encouraged me. I'm not licensed and practicing any longer. I'm doing special legal consulting, so I've expanded what I do, and I'm not giving legal advice. But rather, I thought I'd start with some definitions, because that seems to be a problem for a lot of people to understand what the definition of some principles are. And I err on the side of arrogance when I start to speak. But I am grateful that the people under which our Constitution and for which our Constitution was written are beginning to open their eyes and see that our judicial system was not perfect, that it is getting better. I'm friendly to the government. I believe we need to weed out the corruptive influence with the least disruptance to the system in place. And I believe whenever someone can change and do the right thing, then they can acclimate themselves. There are those crimes committed under color of state that are not forgivable against vulnerable individuals such as women and children and other sentient beings. And I want to finish what me and Brittany started, and that is protect those women like Brittany that didn't have a voice, or those in the prison system that aren't able to speak for themselves, that we all become aware of the fact that things aren't perfect, and maybe people should start paying a little bit more attention to what's going on in our jails. I do believe they're getting better. I do believe they need a hell of a lot of work, but I do believe there are some good people and there are some good leaders mixed with some that seem to have their own agendas. I don't feel like having a debate over politics or religion. As you can see, I've included in my tribute to my wife, Brittany, some of the different, I used to joke with her, artifacts that we've collected over the years. She said she was a pagan. It was a beautiful religion or belief system. I miss her every day. I'm left with things now, and I've decided until her murderer or murderers are brought to justice and brought to court with a fair trial, a good attorney, where all the evidence can be presented. Her remains, her ashes are going to remain there on my desk. I'm going to create a video every day. We're going to start with definitions. I've been asked to show some things that I've experienced, to share some things, and also to share some opinions and not give any legal advice. I'm no longer a licensed attorney. I do special legal consulting. And you have to talk to me about what that means. I don't wish to violate any of the rules of professional conduct, and I do believe in my oath of office, as an officer of the court, and as one who's sworn to defend and protect the Constitution of this United States from all enemies, whether they be foreign or whether they be domestic. I want to thank my brothers who protect me, and you know who you are. Thank you. I just want to say I love you, and Dale Presley Libert. I want to give a tribute to Brittany. It was Valentine's Day yesterday, and it was the first time in 7 years that I haven't been with her on Valentine's Day. She never was much for forcing a holiday, but liked the fact that we would do things for each other just because we loved each other. I believe we had a love story like none other. And I'm going to start to share through a series that we've been filming and preparing called Cole's Truth, different parts of our life, and I hope that it can be of some use and some interest to others that may not want to have to go through the same things that we did, and that maybe, and I believe that what we did mattered, and that she mattered, and I want to bring honor to her name because I love her, and I do believe in energy is neither gained nor lost, it just changes forms. I do believe in my own spiritual beliefs, which I'll keep to myself here. Just go ahead and show you some of the things that we had. This is where her ashes will be. I'd like to put her in a place that I have already in mind, somewhere special that she can be remembered and honored, and that people can go and think about her and the sacrifice she made, and that she wasn't afraid to give her life in the cause of our effort. I fly the Don't Tread on Me flag, not as opposition to these great United States of ours, but rather as a remembrance during the time of the colonial days when Great Britain was usurping and dictating what the colonists were to do from across the pond. And I do believe that we need to unify and look at each other's strengths as human beings. And I believe that by so doing, we can better reach the people. And I'm going to prepare. I do believe that this video needs to be edited, so it just is what it is. I just wanted to honor her and put some things together and some candles for her. It really doesn't get any easier. And you know, the loss of a human life, look what it leaves. It leaves emptiness. I mean, it leaves sadness. The person responsible is not getting away with anything. He knows what he did, and it took me a lot of time. And I had to wonder why someone would ever think to hurt an angel, but they did. And I have to trust in our legal system because that's what we fought for. So I ask you, people in our country, if not for me and if not for others, for Brittany and for yourselves, live your oaths of office. Do what's right. None of us are perfect, but we can have courage. I have real courage. And so I ask you to start to join me as I share a little bit about our lives. And I do find happiness and joy in this life. I'm grateful for my freedom. I'm so grateful to be able to walk outside every day. And my heart goes out to all those that still suffer. I'm grateful for all the good judges and all the good law enforcement officers that we do have, and all the good lawyers that we have. I do believe that we call good, or what I define as good, outweighs the bad. But I do know that things are getting better, but we need to pay attention, and we need to be informed, and we need to care about the rights of those that others hate and despise and lie about. Because there are many people that are in there innocently. It would scare you if you knew. I have a lot of evidence. And I'll give this legal caution. I've received some threats upon my life, and I guess I'm supposed to take those seriously. I can tell you I don't fear. I don't fear anything. What I do fear is not living up to all that I came here to do. If anyone were to do anything to me, I've distributed the evidence and materials of 10 years in such a way, the accumulation of which and the amount of which is astounding. Much of it I don't wish to share, because I believe that the judicial system should be looked at with respect, and that our Constitution and the Supremacy Clause trumps any agency, policy, secrecy, or crime committed under color of state in violation of Section 241 and 242 of the U.S. Code. I'm not perfect, neither are you. And under equal protection, we all deserve an equal opportunity to be heard so that substantial justice can be done. So I'm not giving legal advice here, but I am going to share experiences. We're going to continue with the movie, and I would like to help vulnerable women anywhere, like those that were in Brittany's situation, those that were paralegals, and she was an excellent paralegal, among the best I've ever seen, among the best anybody has ever seen. And I've got the documentation to show that, and we will. Apologize for being emotional, but I'm just trying to be real and still speak up a little bit. It's been difficult without her, but I'm emboldened. I'm emboldened to be better, to be kinder, to be truer, to be stronger, to be smarter. And to give everyone a voice that I can within boundaries of the law and what is deemed decent and constitutional, in my opinion. That being said, I'm going to turn this off and one more look at Brittany's tribute. Thank you for tuning in. More to come.